Hello bros, and welcome to SFX Zero, BroFive production, and next part of Sakura Shrine Girls. Start going right here. I didn't nail that perfectly. Alright, so Kyo is in my room. Why the hell is she there? Why isn't Yoko there? She's usually there. So, let's see. Pulling her skirt down, Kyo's eyes are particularly closed. The two words get stuck in my throat. I haven't actually seen her lineage from this angle before, although I focused on her chest a lot. She actually has quite an impressive... Toru. She looks back at me. Nice to see you again. What are you doing in my room, Kyo? Getting undressed? Why in my room? Why are you here? Is there something wrong with that? You are my priest after all. You understand me better than anyone else in this world. Something like this should not be a problem in a relationship as intimate as ours. Alright. Well, yes. It actually is a problem. Am I really so displeasing to look upon, Toru? No, it's not that at all. Then what is the problem, Toru? Actually, I have to put away this thing. There. Alright, that might be a misunderstanding, but... Then what is the problem, Toru? The problem is the exact opposite. An extremely attractive girl getting undressed in front of me. What else am I supposed to... What else am I supposed to react? She continues to pull her skirt down, letting it fall on the floor, giving me an obscure view of her panties and stockings. Her panties tightly clinging to her form, covering far less than what you would expect. Once again, I find myself unable to avert my eyes. She looks back at me over my shoulder, her amber eyes watching my every reaction. Listen, if you're going to get undressed, use the bathroom or something. There's a lock on that for a reason. How come you acted so embarrassed with those wind spirits before, and you are so bravely stripping down in front of me? I didn't want anyone else to see me like that. But I don't mind if it's you, Toru. That's simply it. Her hands begin to slip underneath her top, gradually pulling it upward. That's enough, alright? Come on, Toru. We are going to be together for a long time. So don't become so flushed by something as simple as this. I swear. If this is how she acts around me, I don't know what I'm going to do. The more and more I see of her, the more and more my heart feels like it's going to act on its own. I just wonder where this will all go. After I left the room for a bit, I returned to find Kyo waiting for me. She is seated in a formal pose once again. Please excuse me, I was passing by your house and I needed to get changed. It's a much further walk to the shrine than that there, so I felt that you wouldn't mind. Well, I guess I don't. Just let me know first, okay? That's not an issue. I'm surprised that your grandfather did not mention that I was here. It's not a problem. It's honestly not a problem. I'm your priest, right? It's not fine to use my room. I like surprises also. Well, thank you, Toru. You are a very considerate person. Kyo, I have a question. I will do my best to answer it. You mentioned that they are being covenant with my family a long time ago. What exactly is that about? We are a particular kind of guardian spirits. As you might have guessed, well, yes, the cat ears and tails are fairly distinct features. There are many spirits like us in our house, and our house has always used men from your family as their priest. The covenant is the agreement that we share. In exchange for the prosperity that your family has been blessed with, Your family must put forward a priest every generation with the changing of the 2 gates guardian spirits. Your father honored this agreement, as did your grandfather, as did your great-grandfather. Did my father actually do anything like that, though? Because, as I see it, he's not a priest right now, but the grandfather is still a priest. So, I wonder. And as you do now. As such, our house and your family share a long history with one another. I see. What is the deal with your house, then? It's like a family or what? More akin to claim in your world. None of us are actually related to one another, so it would be far-fetched to call us a family. I cannot explain myself, but spirits simply manifest into existence. Yeah, they just pop up a little here and there. It has a long been debated where we actually come from. For the beyond has mysteries that even its own descendants cannot explain. The only ties and relations we share are the ones that we make ourselves, rather than the bonds of blood you share with your family. We guardian spirits of the particular kind are discovered. They are invited to join our house. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I think I get it. How weird. Are all the spirits in your house woman? Yes, all of them are. Once again, since we don't understand our own origins, you cannot determine the reason behind this. Well, if it cannot be explained, I suppose we have not really much else to ask about with that. How exactly does your house determine who goes to the 2 gates, then? It is a highly political matter. There are splinter groups of the house who attempt to raise their own statue by putting forward their own candidates. It is considered to be a high honor to be trended by the priest of a Akina family. Other factors are also considered. You need a certain temperament to handle the pressure the position gives. I was put forward as a candidate because they believed my temperament was real well suited for the role. And Ayoko? For one reason or another, they seem to believe that she would be well suited to the role as well. I am not about to pretend that I understand the reason behind it. But alas, I am not in a position to argue. She was chosen, and that is final. Keo looks out the window. I have already dressed in my traditional garb, so there is no reason for me to stay. It's alright to stay the night if you want. No, not today. She stands up. Thank you for your hospitality, Turu. She bows before me. Slowly she walks out of my bedroom. Well, I slowly piecing everything together. I wonder what else I will discover as time goes on. I'm heading to school a bit earlier today. Grandpa got me up at the wrong time. He bruised off, but I think I might be getting just a bit senile. He might be getting just a little bit senile. Oh well, everyone makes mistakes. I should not be too harsh on him. It's hard to imagine that he was just like me once, dealing with similar problem to mine. I suppose that's just how it is. Having not much to do, I decided to wander around for a bit. As long as I keep my eye on the time, everything should be fine. The consistent stretch out is water sparkling with the shining rays of the sun. The waves sounds like they're speaking. Come on, come to think of it, I haven't actually gone to the beach since I arrived here. With all of the chaos I'm dealing with day to day, I suppose I simply just did not have time for it. One thing about living on the coast is that you would go to the beach every day. I would probably lose its novelty pretty quickly. I look out to the waves and feel growing temptation. Why not? Might as well feel the sand in between my toes. Slowly taking my shoes off, I take a single step on the sand. It's surprisingly pleasant. I didn't even realize how sore my feet were. I can hear the whispers of the spirits here. The ocean is teeming with life. Just listening to the gentle, pleasant melody as it plays out in front of me. It's truly sublime. I sit down watching the waves roll in gently onto the shore. There's no one else around right now, letting have an unobstructed view of the ocean. I wonder what Naoka and Keo would be doing right now. When they are staying at the shrine, what exactly do they do to pass the time? Even Keo would get bored from sitting there for too long, wouldn't she? Naoka would probably content to laze around in the sun until it was time to go. The two of them are far too mysterious for me to comprehend. But they're looking off like normal girls, I suppose. It's then that I see someone in the surf. I guess I would be the only person here. Wait. No. Don't tell me. I see a pair of white fuzzy ears sitting on the top of her head. It's then that I see she sees me too. Oh, Turu! Naoka comes bounding out of the surf wearing a bikini which leaves little to the imagination. I cannot see the bottom part, so I don't know. You don't usually leave the house until much later. Why are you awake so early? Please, Naoko. Keo appears as well. My swing is completely dry. Just like my mouth at the moment. This was the last thing I was expecting. Seeing these two dressed like this is taking my breath away. Calm down, Turu. Just clear your head. I was observing him and he appears to be enjoying some time to relax. There's no need to bother him right now. I shake my head. No, it's not a problem. I was just a little surprised to see you both here. Really, I am surprised. I imagine two of them only went to school together because they were stuck at the same class. They would both be here if they had not agreed to be here. Well, here's the really obvious choice, who you like the most. I think Keo is a little too formal and Naoko is a bit lively, that I like. She takes a little more risks and I like that too, so you look cute, Naoko. You look cute in that swimsuit, Naoko. Really? Thank you, Turu. I can hear her purring. Naoko tail is standing up, showing off just how happy she is. The warm waves, the fish, the sand. I love all of it. I swear that I can hear her purring. The beach is so warm. It's like having some kind of sun amplifying machine. You must admit that the warmth of the sand is rather pleasant on my skin. You're no fun, Keo. You haven't even tried to get into the water. Come on, get in. I am more than content to remain here on the sand, thank you. As you might guess, I'm not fond of water. Naoko puts a pout like a spoiled child. This is why you can't take you. This is why I can't take you anywhere. You're always such a killjoy. Hey, it's fine to enjoy the beach without getting in the water, you know. I'm surprised that Naoka is willing to get into the water. I know they are spirits, but they are also cats. So wouldn't a little bit of feline instinct and preferences to part of the tough process? I don't know. I think that that is one of those things which I should just not think too much about. I guess so. But you're missing out, Keo. Keo slowly picks herself up. I suppose I can try it. Wait, really? Naoka looks shocked. Yes, I might as well. She slowly walks up to the water. Also carefully she puts one toe in it. Not wholly unpleasant. She begins to walk deeper into the water until it reaches up to her ankles. Naoka is just to stand there waiting for her to go deeper in. It's an awkward moment of two before Naoka finally decides to say something. You're only going to to go in that far? Did you expect me to completely submerge myself? That is not exactly a reasonable request. But that is the point of being at the beach. If you aren't going to swim, what's the point? Come on, just let her enjoy the way she wants to. I lean in next to Naoka. She tried out something new. That's a big step, don't you think? I guess so. So, just let her ease into it. Naoka seems reluctant, but she doesn't say anything else. We have some time before we have to go to school, so let's enjoy this while we can. Despite herself, Naoka smiles. I agree completely. Well, getting to watch them two play in the water while wearing bikinis, there's definitely no reason to complain. Class came and went without much fanfare. Compared to what I saw on the beach, it was all very forgettable. Turu? Yeah, is something wrong? You've just been looking really happy today. I must admit, you have been in a good mood since we were at the beach. Did the sight of me in the swimsuit really please you that much? These two are far more understanding of this dynamic than I expect them to be. Maybe the feeling of spirits aren't that different from humans. Maybe. Come on, I know it's true. Just admit it. I won't say what I dislike. I won't say that I dislike it. Ah. Her tail begins to wag from side to side. Stop being such a tease, Turu. You do not need to interrogate him, Naoko. He will admit what he wishes to of his own free will. It's best not to push him if it's not necessary. I really don't mind. If I'm your priest, then I need to open to questions. Yeah? See, Keo? You worry too much about offending other people. Perhaps I do. It was necessity back at home to be as polite as possible. Well, we aren't at home anymore, are we? No. But we must remember that we are going to be representatives of our house in these lands. We do not carry ourselves with appropriate dignity and grace. The spirits of this land may openly defy our authority. You do not need to be such a formal figurehead to be able to lead others. Hang on. Even if you two attend the Ascension Festival, the spirits of this land can still defy you. They can. And it's usually such a messy affair that they usually choose not to. But if a guardian spirit is settled into the shrine and the spirits do not listen to them, I can cause a number of unprecedented events across the land. While we have some power, the cooperation is preferable to us forcing our will on them. We were often told the stories of the shrine whose spirits lost their respect of their domain. The spirits of those lands often ran wild and caused a lot of chaos. That doesn't sound particularly good. It is no wonder that the festival is so essential. I suppose that such a lack of order quickly plays out in the place without any authority as well. So ideally, someone who can command their respect should partake in the Ascension Festival. As if anyone would respect someone who was polite all of the time. I will approach it in my way, and you can approach it in your way. You will see whose way is the correct after the festival, Mayuko. I really wish these two would stop doing this to each other. They will probably spend an eternity arguing with one another long after the festival is over, if this keeps up. You've seen Keo? The spirits of this land will be flocking to me once I establish my dominion. While all of them will ignore you, and your shrine will be forgotten. Do you really believe so? Of course, that's what will happen. I completely believe you. Naoko's cheeks pop up. Don't push me off like that. I'll push you off if in whatever way I please. Well then, like this has to stop. See if you can push me off like this. Like what? Oh, nothing. Just this. Naoko quickly tackles with KO and wrestles with her. What are you doing? Get off me. Make me get off. What are you doing, Naoko? She reaching behind KO. I don't know what to say. But I see she's licking her tail, so I see it as a sexual act. So that is as sexual as an act can become between animal girls. Certainly, the tail is sensitive, that I know. It doesn't matter what animal girl it is, they are very sensitive. But at least that was all I have for Sakura Shrine Girls this time then, so hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. BroFive!